I got the radiator put in it, and I still need to do the lower hose. I'm currently stretching the lower hose because that coupler on the radiator side is a little bit bigger than the hose was. And I got the intake tube mocked in here, and we're coming right along. Still got to do fuel system. Still got to do and make a bracket for this guy to sit in here, and then we'll have to make some hoses for coming off the radiator to here, and then this guy we'll have to get connected there, and then eventually we'll have hoses that go from the engine to the heater core. And once we get fuel plumbed out, then we'll start in on the electronic side of it. But we're moving right along. I went ahead and completely removed the battery cables from the original car that went into the factory fuse box there. And that just allowed me to have more space right here where I was trying to add stuff. Welcome back to Patman Garage. My name is Patrick. Today we are working on the Coyote swapped Mustang New Edge, and we're working on heater hoses and various coolant hoses. Hopefully this will help you out on your swap and help streamline the process for you. I can show you everything I ordered for this car, and we'll dive right into it. Alright, so I don't have them right off the top of my head, but I have part numbers for the upper and lower radiator hoses I used. These are just straight hoses without the provisions for oil cooler or the transmission thermal unit. So these are just plain regular radiator hoses. These are Ford part number. I did modify this guy a little bit to shorten it, to tuck it in a little bit more because my depth's a little bit different. I may end up modifying this one later on because it's got kind of a little bit of a sharper bend, but it'll work. I did stretch my lower hose because this radiator outlet is a lot larger diameter than the hose was, so I had to stretch the hose, but not a big deal. The dimensions are correct, and the length is correct, and the bends are correct. But anyways, we're going to dive into building a new hose for, we need to connect our reservoir to our coolant output here. So this is a Crown Victoria reservoir that's originally designed to fit on the fan shroud in this area on the Crown Vic. I made a little simple bracket for it over here, and then I'm supporting some of the weight with a little foam block on where the original mounting tab was under it. So coming off the reservoir, I have a 1-inch diameter outlet, and then this is a 3/4 outlet. So I need to change sizes and then also add some bends to it as well. So this guy I ordered from Pegasus, and it is a 1-inch to 3/4 reducing silicone hose with a 90-degree bend in it. There's your Pegasus label there. So I did a very similar hose on my Coyote swapped F-150, except for mine was straight, and then I added a plastic bend. There's really not a wrong way to do it, but this looked like a better option for this particular car. So we're going to put this guy on the bottom here. Like so. Something like that. Alright, so something like that. We got our adapter run on it, and I will need to put a hose clamp on here, but I'm just mocking up my lengths right now. And then from there, I have a 3/4 to 3/4 straight coupler, which will then change out. Basically, this is I guess technically considered male to male, but barb connections, so I can stick one end in this hose, and then I'll add another hose coming off of here, going up to my heater connection there. And then finally, I have 3/4 inch heater hose, which will go from my straight connector here up to here. So I will need to cut this. This is a 4-foot length. I will need to cut it down to whatever appropriate length I need, and then I'll probably hang on to the rest since we're building heater hoses after this. So I got this guy cut down, and I bought it from some random brand supplier on Summit. Actually, almost everything, with the exception of that Pegasus adapter, everything came from Summit. But this is some random manufacturer I've never heard of before, and it's still a Gates brand. So, I mean, there just aren't a whole lot of manufacturers that actually make hoses. So, more than likely, whatever you're buying is probably going to be made by Gates, which is kind of the name brand. So, I'll get this guy installed in here, and we'll get a bunch of hose clamps going. I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4 hose clamps for this particular setup. And then we can get onto the heater hoses after that. So there's the finalized version of the reservoir to the engine. So like I said, we 3/4 on this side, 1 inch on this side, silicone adapter that goes from 1 inch to 3/4, and then the male barb fitting that's 3/4 to 3/4. So pretty simple. And then we'll get on to building the heater hoses next. So we'll get started on building this side hose. So this is a 3/4 outlet here and a 5/8 back there. So I'm going to grab my notes and figure out what I ordered for that. All right, so looking at my note sheet here. So on the, do it this way. Looking at my note sheet here. So I have this as the engine, and so I have a 3/4 going to 5/8, which is what this guy is, 3/4 quick connect, and then a 5/8 barb fitting. And then on the back side, we're going to have a 5/8 to 5/8, which is what this guy is, 5/8 quick connect, 5/8 barb fitting. And we will build a 5/8 hose across the back of the engine. Hopefully this connection fitting will fit nice in the back next to my fuel pressure regulator. So I currently have this guy just clamped in place with some pliers, because depending on how these hoses do, how they run and fit, I didn't want to commit to drilling holes for this guy yet. So we'll get this fitting started. We'll get this fitting in here and see how it fits around. Oh, hang on. I got to pull off my other locking collar. The old locking collar. Okay, so these old locking collars are still on here. So they sit behind, there's a little metal ring that is on the heater core itself. So we need to spread the white tabs or break them to where we clear over that that metal ring, and then the whole clip will slide off. So I'm gonna do that real quick. All right, had to fight it a little bit, but there's your clip coming off. You can see the ring on the heater core. So these little plastic tabs have to get lifted off, stretched over that ring. Those are the same tabs that actually lock the hose in place as well. So this clip is still in decent shape. It's pretty sad looking, but we'll throw it in the box just in case we need one later for another car. And we'll get the other side popped off as well. And now back to our regular scheduled program. So we're going to pop this guy on here, and pretty much immediately are running into the fuel pressure regulator outlet. So I have not even clipped it on yet. Change of plans. So I kind of figured that might happen. So I also ordered a 5/8 to 5/8 straight. And yeah, basically where that regulator is located, I had no way to get that heater hose either behind it or in front of it. There's just no way to make that sharp of a turn or come out and then turn. So We'll do a straight adapter, which means we might actually have to route this heater hose along this side as well, which is totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. So 5/8 to 5/8 straight, quick connect and barb fitting, and we'll get this opened up and popped on there. So there's our new hose adapter straight on, and it'll fit straight on, no problems. So we'll need to do a 5/8 hose and a hose clamp back here. So I'm probably going to go ahead and assemble that just due to space constraints. It'll be easier to build this out of the car than in the car. So I also have some 5/8 heater hose as well. So we'll get that set up and go from there. So straight hose, and we'll put a hose clamp on that. Okay, so we got our hose built for that one side of the heater connection. I just need to make sure that my clamps are down and out of the way of running into any obstacles. So we got this guy built in. And we should be able to just snap it in place like that, and we can rotate it as necessary. Get the clamps out of the way. And like I said, this guy's going to come across to this connection under here. So I'm going to probably just go ahead and pop off the shaker real quick just to give me some more visibility here. So this guy's going to route across. Now we also are going to have a heater hose coming off of here as well. So we need to make sure we leave enough space for this guy not to interfere with that one or our various vacuum lines either. So we may have to manipulate those a little bit, but I think we'll probably have more of a looser down angle here, like something like that. Now the factory hose has a connection like this guy. Now I have the quick clip removed, but just for space and orientation, we'll look something like that, and then we'll turn towards the heater core. So like I said, if we're in this down area here, we should be fine. We just don't want to get it up too high. And then on this guy here, I planned for my 3/4 and 5/8, 3/4 quick disconnect. So this is the fitting. Actually out of that box. Anyways, this is the fitting, and it is 3/4 quick disconnect and 5/8 barb. So if we get this guy installed right in here, like that, then we should be able to connect our hose here. And we'll make a mark somewhere about like that. And then we'll come back and cut it with the box cutter and put a hose clamp on that guy. So that hose should be complete. So that guy turned out pretty nice. Put my hose clamp on it, got it clipped down. Should be clear of all my shaker activities. So I have my little vacuum lines with flags on them because I don't have anything connected to them yet. So the masking tape flag is a reminder that I need to address something similar to my wiring over here as well. So don't be alarmed by that. But so now that I have one of the heater hoses finalized, I was able to mount my fuel pump regulator in place. Well, Summit Racing kind of dropped the ball and is now estimating that the factory hose will be here in a month from now, or will ship out in a month from now. So I'm going to build this hose real quick. And this is a original forward connection here, which I cut off of some donor hoses. Then we're going to go to 3/4 inch, and there's a basically 3/4 barb there. And then this is a straight 3/4 to 3/4. Quick disconnect 3/4 to barb 3/4. And we'll get this thing installed real quick. We're seated back there nicely. We're clipped in up here. We're in good shape. So I'll probably do a little zip tie action or something to kind of tighten this up a little bit. Make that look a little nicer once we get to that point. But heater hoses are done. We're ready to, should be ready to fill this thing full of coolant. So I've got the my snap-on vacuum bleeder installed. We'll pull this thing down into vacuum, make sure it holds like it's supposed to, and we'll fill it full of coolant. So we're getting wrapped up on the cooling system on this car. I appreciate everybody for watching another video. Hopefully this was helpful for you guys. We're going to jump into the rest of the projects on this car and put out some more videos. So I appreciate y'all, and I will catch you in the next one.